The Jamiroquai video, how did we do that? Do you know how many times I've been asked that question?
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat.
Jamiroquai is probably the only pop.
Hi and welcome to the channel, guys. I have a behind the scenes that I would like to see. This was, guys, for the official music video of the song Virtual Insanity by the band Jamiroquai with JK. Oh guys, I'm very curious about getting to know how they made that video, because when I first react to the song, the official video, the official Virtual Insanity, I keep watching that video and I keep looking at JK dancing, and then I keep seeing that the floor keeps shifting, the furniture keep moving from one side to the other one, and then how in the world can they do that? How can they make things move? All right, so I would like to see that. I just want to see how they create that effect, how they make that happen, because it's not something that I think that it fooled my eye. I don't think it was something done at such a high speed that it can fool my eye. They must have been used some other sort of special effect that I would like to know. I don't think also it was crunky. So let's see what was that all about. All right, so let's go ahead, guys, and check on Jonathan Glazer and the making of Jamiroquai's Virtual Insanity. All right. All right, my sincerest apologies for any outdoor sound. They're cutting the grass here somewhere and it's very kind of loud, so I will try to see how I work with that. All right? All right.
The Jamiroquai video, how did we do that? Do you know how many times I've been asked that question?
There you go.
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat.
Jamiroquai is probably the only pop act I've ever done. I had a stupid idea of exactly the same idea, but basically the set was going to be built on hydraulics and like everything in the set was going to be able to move independently of everything else. The production designer came back with an estimate figure for the build of that of like £280,000, which is like ridiculous. Can't remember what the whole video was in the end, but it was like 150 or something. So we couldn't do that. And we were days away from filming. I can't remember, it all happened really quickly, because I had this little card model and we were shuffling it around. There was one of the guys on the production team, and he said, why don't we just not move the floor? Why don't we just like move the thing, you know? And I remember people went, oh yeah, great, stupid idea. But it wasn't a stupid idea at all. It was a great idea, because it meant that the limitations of what we had to deal with would create maybe a more interesting conundrum, something that wouldn't be based on how much money you could throw at it. So we built a set on wheels, on a floor with no detail on it, and the whole thing was like with an umbilical cord of all the lighting and everything. Everything was self-contained. It was just like a huge roller skate. And we had 10 grips on either side, and a north, south, east, west printed on the studio walls. And then you would be shouting north, 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 stop, like that. South, 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 stop, whatever. And there's JK dancing away, trying to, you know, perform above all this, like people shouting and whatever. So it was really low tech, actually, the whole thing. And then the sofas were all bolted. The sofas were all on caster wheels as well. So for instance, and then you'd unbolt the sofas, you know. So somebody would, like, when you go north, 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 stop, and we'd choreograph that we wanted the sofa now to move from right to left, then you'd just unbolt it, and then when you move the set this way, of course, and the chair wouldn't be moving, but it would appear that the chair was moving, because the camera was locked to the set the whole time. Simple.
So far, they were putting wheels under the furniture. And then during their choreography, they will move, stop. It was pretty much basically like when they're making a movie, right? Cut, stop, like that. All right, let's see.
But I mean, it was like a day's choreography and then a
The only
day
thing that
shoot.
got me, how he that's the way.
This is the return of the space cowboy into planetary.
I'd seen him in dancing in some really good videos before. Vaughan and Anthea did a good video with him dancing, you know, like just, I think it was a motion control move going around and he was dancing around pillars and stuff. Kind of seamless. And I just, he's, you know, he's a very specific talent. And I think the idea for me, in a way, it's like, I like doing things with with artists, you know. I may not love JK particularly in terms of you know, as an artist, but I admire what he does very much, and he's got a really specific talent, and that was just a good stage for his talent. But the idea, you know, you or me in there would have looked ridiculous. I mean, it would be no conundrum. It was just, it was to create what he's doing in that space, which is beyond my choreography ideas. You know, we started off saying, I think it'd be good if you moved from there to there, and we did this with the chair, and then he'd say, okay, and then he did it. And then I remember saying to him at one point, do that instead. And he said, listen, I've been doing this in front of my bedroom mirror since I was 4 years old.
Even dancing, even
Do you know what I
doing
mean?
that.
It's like, I can't, what am I going to
He
do?
told, yeah, JK told Jonathan Glazer that he's been doing that thing in the dancing thing. He's been doing that. He was a very little kid. It's like magic. I know what they were trying to create, but I think a great deal of a special effect was only by his own talent, by JK from Jamiroquai. The way he was dancing away, dancing back and forth during the video, and also on the other one, Space Cowboy, all that thing. He's in a, like he said, he's a very special talent. All right, combined with a little other special effect, but most of it, as far as he said, it was most based on JK talent, all right, than anything else. So that was awesome. Wow. And also the thing went, because it really got me. How in the world they were doing that? How in the world they were moving the furniture, the sofa, and it looked like it just moving, it's just like it's shifting, keep shifting. How in the world? Because you can see that he's not moving. Sometimes there were parts during the video that he just moved away, the floor moved him away without him making a move. Well, that's just awesome. All right, guys, so I'm glad to see that. I was really glad to this give me at least a little light in the darkness about the making of virtual insanity, because I was so shocked when I first saw the video. I keep watching the video so many times trying to figure it out how he was doing that. It was just amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in, and please, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit on the notification bell so you will not miss any of my upcoming videos. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on my next video.